Today's movie review is going to be an anime classic, Crying Freeman. Based on a manga, this anime was released as a 6-episode OVA, original video animation, which was later remade with a live-action version starring Mark Dacascos and Julie Condra. Was actually not bad of a movie. It stayed pretty true to the anime, with the only exception being that the main actress was whitewashed, but we'll forgive it because damn, she's hot. The story starts off with a young woman writing in her journal when worried that she may be killed because she witnessed a murder.
殺人を目撃してしまったのです。あまりにもはっきりとその殺人者の顔を見てしまったからです。
So we flash back to the day she witnessed the murder. The anime came out in 1988, and considering it was over 30 years old, the quality is not bad. It holds up. I mean, the action sequence is still way better than She-Ra, and it's a Japanese anime, so no shortage of blood and death. Told you this is better than She-Ra. And you'll see why the title's called Crying Freeman, because after he kills, he always cries. We'll get into why later, but she's absolutely mesmerized by this phenomenon. Yeah, women always fall for the dark, brooding bad boy type. Just looking at it right away, you know she's just gonna fall in love with him.
殺人者が流すどんな涙とも違うように私には思えました。あまりにも悲しく、あまりにも美しく見えました。
日本人か？
はい、日野 M と言います。
Well, don't tell him your name. He is an assassin after all.
私は陽。日本語で鎌という字だ。
殺人者が名乗ったのです。中国ではそれは近いうちに必ずお前を殺しに行くという意味なのです。
So you find out he introduces himself to her because he's gonna kill her later. I told you she was gonna fall in love with him.
怖い。
So Yo is on another assignment. This time he's taking down the Yakuza boss. The Yakuza bosses are also surrounded by policemen who's been ordered to protect him, but Yo manages to assassinate him anyway. So call it fate, coincidence, or just a plot device to move the story along. Imu runs into Yo again. And how does she recognize him? By his tears.
Mr. Yo.
Eh?
So having said his name, the police find it suspicious, so they detain Imu for questioning. But her being in love with him and all, she refuses to say anything. But meanwhile, back at Imu's house, Yo infiltrates her house, presumably to kill her. But while he's searching around, he stumbles across a picture of him, drawn by Imu. With no reason to detain her, the police drive Imu back to her house. Yeah, I left the shower scene in, well, because it was important. It symbolizes how clean and pure she is, as opposed to the rest of her, which is so dark and dirty. So yeah, after that she wanders the house, only to find Yo where his picture used to be.
Mr. Yo.
覚えていてくれましたか？
覚えていられると困るから私を殺しに来たんでしょ。
そうです。
外には警察とヤクザたちがいるんですよ。
知ってます。
自信があるのね。私が呼べば警察が飛び込んでくる。あなたは逃げられないわ。どうするの？
死ぬだけです。
その前に私のお願いを聞いてくれませんか？
So meanwhile, the police taking out Imu's house, one of the detectives get approached by a Yakuza member who convinces the police to leave their stakeout so they can wait for Yo.
女をさらって吐かせますよって。警察では使えんてもワイらなら使えますよ。
And the police accept that offer just like that. Well, later you find out he's on the take.
夜明けにさらえ。
Meanwhile, back inside, Emo expresses that before he kills her, she wants to have one last night of intimacy.
殺す前に抱いてくれませんか。私、あなたのことを思い続けていました。一人ぼっちで生きていくのにも疲れました。寂しいの、とっても。
Well, you don't have to ask twice, I guess. This anime gets pretty graphic, but because this is YouTube, I'm trying to keep it clean. It's a fine balance of what I want to show and what I can show, but damn it, I felt this was important to the story. And outside, the Yakuza plan on making their move inside the house. The sequence is done pretty well. They break in using tape to muffle the sound of breaking glass, but it alerts Yo anyway. And Yo, being the quick-witted assassin that he is, hides above the doorway and plans to ambush the would-be intruders.
Look, 踊りがよけ。親分やったな。
During the fray, Emo gets shot. Yo rushes her over to the hospital to save her life. But on the way, he tells her where she can find him to meet him later. She recovers from her wounds and later meets Yo at a secret location. And this is where he tells his origin story. It started 4 years ago, and as it turns out, Yo was a pottery artist displaying an exhibit in New York City. Sometime during the exhibit, a strange man hides a roll of film in one of his pottery. Later, Yo discovers it and develops a film to find a gruesome scene of a man getting murdered. And shortly afterwards, he receives a phone call getting offered money in exchange for the film roll. Yo declines and decides that he's going to the police with this. And that's when the Chinese mafia, known as the 108 Dragons, decide to kidnap him. But instead of just killing him, they use brainwashing techniques and subliminal implants to turn him into a killer.
Naze omae wo korosanakatta ka? Sono riyou wa taguimare素質と条件じゃ。これからお前は香港でありとあらゆる殺し屋としての訓練を受けることになる。
そのピープをビルに秘められた英知、しなやかな体育と抜群の運動能力。まさに108ドラゴンにとって喉から手が出るほど欲しい素材なのじゃ。
任務が終えた瞬間、キーワードが解けるが、その時お前は涙を流した。これからもずっとその瞬間に涙を流し続けるじゃろう。もはやお前は108ドラゴンの組織から逃れることはできぬ。
And that's the significance of him crying. It's the only link to his former humanity, as now he's an instrument of death.
のコードネームじゃ。さぞや自由になりたかろう人間という意味じゃ。
なぜ涙が出るのかわからない。だが人を殺した後でキーワードが解ける。おそらくその時、日野村陽本人に戻れるという悲しい解放感がそうさせるのだろう。涙を流す殺し屋として私はクライングフリーマンと呼ばれているんだ。
Alright, we're gonna leave it right there for now. I don't want to spoil the entire plot. This is just enough setup to get you into the story. If you want to check it out in its entirety, I'll leave you a link in the description below where you can watch it absolutely free. My name is Jay, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.